It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey, Ernie Johnson here, and I'm joined by Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight, it'll be the San Antonio Spurs up against the Brooklyn Nets. And for Brooklyn, playing under 500 basketball over the last 10 games, they can do better. They'll try to get on the winning side tonight. And Kenny, we have lots to talk about. One thing coming up on the horizon, the trade deadline. Front offices have had time to evaluate rosters. What are your feelings about blockbuster in-season trades?
Huge deals are rare in the season. You know,
Huge deals.
Huge deals. You know, but typically they come in the offseason because teams have time to nurture and bring them together. But there have been some great trades in mid-season. So you can find new life right after the trade deadline, a la Clyde Drexler of the Houston Rockets, to get us our second championship.
Good point. New players would be slow to acclimate. But, Ernie, I think at times you risk disrupting chemistry.
Sometimes worth the risk and sometimes not.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like a nut, sometimes I don't.
Kevin Harlan, take it away.
It's that time of the year. Happy holidays, everyone, from 2K Sports as we get set to bring you some mid-season NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Doris Burke and Greg Anthony. We'll be catching up in a bit from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. The crowd here in anticipation of their home team Spurs in an interconference battle here at the AT&TCenter in San Antonio. They're getting their first look of the season at the Nets in this one. They controlled everything in both games last year, going 2-0.
Yeah, and they swept this matchup the two times they played last year. They held the advantage on paper and on the court.
Well, a year ago, there was a big gap in talent between the two teams. But changes are always made, and we'll see how they match up this time around.
And now, before we get to the tip-off, let's find out what Kenny Atkinson had to share with our David Aldridge. David.
Well, guys, he has an admiration for what he called the intelligent, efficient offense played by today's opponent. He told me that the thing about this team is that they are so good at identifying the weak spots in an opponent, and they come at you in multiple ways depending on where those weak spots are. He said, we've got to be ready for everything. It's a pretty tall order. Guys?
Okay, David, thanks. Doris, we may not see a lot of small ball this evening. Two teams that are deadly operating on the blocks. How have they been successful with that, where other teams haven't?
Well, it's fascinating, Kev, because from a personnel standpoint, they have elected to play with size. And there's a commitment to that, pounding the ball deep into the post every trip down.
Ready, gentlemen? Ready?
And it's going to be San Antonio off the tip. So the Nets starting five. Lynn and Russell are in the backcourt. Mozgov is out there with Jahlil Okafor. And it's Crabbe in at the three. Now here's Leonard. Outside Gasol. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Gasol's got the scoreboard going with his first points of the night for the Spurs. Green against Russell. Here's Lynn. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Well, you have to love the focus. Jeremy Lin creating well for himself down low. Makes that one look easy.
Murray kicks to Leonard. Softly drops in the floater.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the floater.
Okafor, high post. Back to Russell. Mozgov dishes to Crabbe. Misses the three. And San Antonio has possession. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Sacramento.
You know, they're the visiting team. It's a loud arena, very distracting at times, but simply no excuse for missing a ton of free throws.
Well, I couldn't agree more, Greg. Situations like that you hope build character, but they need to knock down the free throws, bottom line.
Here's Okafor after the basket by San Antonio. A little shot fake there, got the D out of position. The Spurs have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. Now here's Murray, defended by Lynn. This all no good.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now here's Okafor. He picked up 15 points in their last win against Indiana.
Yeah, Kev, he was a standout on the backboards that night and got a number of big rebounds.
Russell against Green. Russell kicks to Lynn. Picked by Okafor. Just 4 to shoot. Mozgov wide open. He fires. The basket good off the assist from Lynn. It's all knotted up.
How about 3 or 4 from the floor to start? That's always a good sign.
Murray kicks to Leonard. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. And here's the fast break. Russell leading the way. It's off his leg. And the ref's whistling a kick ball. Up top, Lynn. He's covered by Murray. That gives them the lead. Krabs got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Inside. Aldridge, the pass to Murray. Shoots over Lynn. Here's Aldridge. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket.
I just love the determination on that backboard. Coming out of the gates really, really strong.
Yeah, we're seeing some early signs that he is on his game. That putback's a good illustration of the work he's ready to put in tonight.
Here's Crabbe following the basket by LaMarcus Aldridge.
And of course, for the Nets, I mean, they won't control their own first-round pick until 2019. There's going to be some losing along the way with not much reward.
And Greg, the Nets trading away the better part of a decade worth of draft picks when they went all in back in 2013 and 2014.
Yeah, going for vets like Darren Williams and Gerald Wallace, Paul Pierce, and of course KG. But unfortunately, all past their primes. That team only able to get to the second round, and boy, what a heavy price to pay for so little success in the postseason. And the Spurs last season, how about setting the all-time record for consecutive winning seasons with 20? This is a group that's won 50 or more games in every one of those seasons except the strike-shortened one in '99.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. And Greg, for the Spurs, they're so competitive. It's inevitable. They just win year after year.
Yeah, but that big 3 of Duncan, Parker, and Ginobili, the all-time winningest trio in the history of our league, had a lot to do with it. And as that era comes to an end, they're doing a terrific job of just picking up new star talent without skipping a beat.
The Spurs shooting their first free throws here for the night.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good, Murray. And now teams getting into the middle of the season. The truth is, it's a grind, Doris. You know it. You've covered it. 82 games. In your opinion, Is that the right amount in terms of 82 games in a regular season?
I would say to you, it doesn't matter if it's the right amount. I think the reality is this is the business of the NBA. It's been 82 games for as long as I can remember, certainly in my lifetime of fandom, Kevin. So the reality is what we need to do is address the schedule. And you're starting to see that. Shortening the preseason, stretching out those windows where you're not getting 4 games in 5 nights and the back-to-backs, particularly when there's back-to-back on national television. 82 games is going nowhere from a business standpoint. Let's make those 82 games the best we can by lengthening the season.
Aldridge. Excellent D there from Okafor.
Boy, not enough spring in his step on the way to the cup. He actually short arms that layup.
Crab from long range. It's rebounded by Leonard. San Antonio trailing here. Murray with it. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game.
You know, so much of rebounding is about effort, and no lack of that right there. He had to box out and establish great position. Well, that's the shot they want. He always has the green light when he's that open. Boy, one miss isn't going to change that.
On the wing, Green. He's guarded by Russell, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Mozgov. Nets on defense. Poked loose. Russell kicks to Lynn. And the Nets miss again. San Antonio's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. And Leonard gets it to go.
And he's got the athleticism and strength to be a powerful presence inside. Leonard never afraid to get in and mix it up down low.
And here's the fast break. Russell leading the way over Green. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Russell's got his first basket of the night.
They ran that set to perfection and got a terrific look out of it.
And that replay brought to us by Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. One of the more exciting plays in basketball. Now here's Leonard. 23 points for him the last game against the Kings in Sacramento. Just 5 on the clock. Floats one. Here's Gasol. The shot missing. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. They defeated Indiana in their last game.
And when you shoot a high percentage from distance, that gives you momentum and really keeps the opponent on the ropes.
The other thing it does, Greg, it opens.
Oh, wow.
That's crazy.
That's a beautiful jam.
And what about the way Gasol sees the floor? So gifted at whipping the ball all over to the open man.
Now here's Lynn. He's covered by Murray. Charity stripe shot. Gasol with the rebound. Gasol's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Leonard attacking. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. 8 points for Kawhi Leonard.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Lynn dishes to Mozgov. Gasol with the rebound. Gasol's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Right side, Leonard. Gasol up top. The drive by Green.
And one thing you can say about Green, I don't know of too many players who are as dependent on their three-point shot as he is. He needs that shot to be falling for him to make an impact.
And Danny Green, undrafted out of North Carolina. He's been a linchpin of the Spurs' great defense over his career.
You know, 6'6" with that 6'10" wingspan. This is a guy that can block shots like a big man, guards 3 positions, and one of the guys that we call the prototype when you talk about that 3 and D wing player.
That's good from Green. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Laverne, he's checked in for Gasol. Gay comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. Kyle Anderson, he's checked in for Leonard. And Parker subbed in for Murray. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line.
Well, don't you love the nickname, the Junkyard Dog? Damari Carroll, this guy has established himself over the last handful of seasons as a starting caliber forward.
Spurs have gone 7 of 15 from the field to this point. Anderson the screen. Parker outside. Again, the miss by the Spurs. And Carroll slowed somewhat by knee surgery a couple seasons ago.
Yeah, I think he's trying to make his way back into form. One of those tone setter guys. You know the effort will be there every time he takes the floor.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Oh, took the contact and tried to throw it down over the top, but instead he'll shoot free throws. It's going to be on Rudy Gay.
Yeah, the call goes Carroll's way thanks to the effort he puts in. He doesn't back away from the contact.
That free throw, no good. Doris is a former guard. You know how much energy it takes to run a team and think a game as well as score. I mean, there's a lot on your plate at that position. What backcourt guys get an advantage of playing with a consistently high motor?
Well, Russell Westbrook, in addition to his ferocity, seems to be able to sustain his level of energy across a 48-minute game. I feel like the guy never gets a rest, so he's one high motor guy. I'll tell you a guy who doesn't do it the same way, but still it's required that he has a level of endurance that maybe would shock people, is James Harden. Like, the guy has the basketball in his hands. He's #1 priority in terms of the defensive scout. So Russell Westbrook and James Harden, though they go about the job differently, both are phenomenal at having a great endurance and having the ball so much.
And that one's good by Gay.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Hollis Jefferson passes to Allen, and he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call. Just a moment to look back at how things were last season for this team as we look at the shot breakdown for the Nets.
And their offense centered around the three-point shot. That was the guiding principle on every trip. Their first goal was finding an open look beyond the arc, getting that extra point every chance they could.
San Antonio leading. Here is Forbes. Gay outside. Parker outside. Pass to Anderson. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
All right, a moment to check out the stats for Parker. How's the last month of basketball been for him? He's putting up 9 points a game, 5 assists, and 2 rebounds. And those numbers, solid, not spectacular, and sometimes what you see is what you get.
There's no doubt. This is a guy who understands his role, knows he's got to give you quality minutes, and that's what they expect from him.
That free throw good from Anderson. And both free throws good for Anderson.
And among NBA bigs, he is known for his ability to deliver at the free throw line.
Here's Dinwiddie. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game.
And really, he epitomizes what a point guard should be. I mean, his skills as a passer might actually be matched by that creativity he shows around the rim.
Well, judging by that jam, Greg, I'd say you're absolutely right.
Yeah, he's rising to the occasion as you're trying to keep pace on the scoreboard.
13 feet away. They get the rebound. Allen from down in the low post. It goes. Allen's got his first points in this one.
And you just hate to give up those second chance points.
Boy, you better be more physical on the glass because they wanted that rebound more than them, plain and simple.
Parker outside. Just 5 to shoot. Back to Gay. For the 3. That one doesn't go. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. And he uses the glass on the layup. And the Nets lead by 2.
But Kevin, driving with that kind of force allows Carroll to be effective.
Parker kicks to Forbes. Shoots. Here's Anderson, who's back up. And it's good on the layup.
Well, so rewarding for a player to beat everybody to the basketball and convert that second chance bucket.
Pass to LeVert. There's the pick. Goes up off the pick. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Boy, I love the way Karis LeVert is attacking. This guy is a skilled guard with tremendous speed.
Gay sets the pick for Parker. Inside. And it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. We take a look at the Warriors, earning the first place position with a terrific record. And we've seen them perform splendidly pretty much all season long so far, and they're definitely the team to beat. And of course the Spurs, 8 games out.
And you know, right now for San Antonio, they've done a good job staying relevant this season. I mean, I was concerned they'd suffer a drop-off, but give them credit. They've hung in here in this playoff race.
Resiliency has been crucial for this team. Anytime it looks like they may start to drag a little bit, they've picked it back up and stayed in the hunt.
They set the pick. Laverne dishes to Forbes. Allen with the rebound. They time it right. They can end this quarter with a 2-for-1.
And that's how you want to end the quarters.
Spurs trail by 4. Here's Forbes. He kicks it to Laverne. Count that one.
I'll tell you, it takes fantastic vision and flawless timing to produce an assist like that.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And his free throws are falling at a rate of only about 72% on the season. Not terrible, but listen, you obviously would expect him to do better.
One shot.
And that one misses. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Allen's shot is off.
Well, the defense trying to get out on him, but he's left with the open shot. He's got to make that one.
Now here's Parker. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Here's Gay. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Nets lead by 2. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. And the Gasol brothers, Pau, talked about the joy of sharing the NBA stage with his brother Mark.
It's like a dream come true. It's hard to really picture it. I'm just proud to be Mark's brother, and I'm proud of what he's become as a basketball player and as a man.
Well, their story is a bit like a fairy tale, the way 2 of them, sons of medical professionals in Spain, have become 2 of the best centers in the NBA of this era.
Especially when you remember what a raw talent and how big and bulky Marc Gasol was when he was drafted by the Lakers. I mean, they traded him to Memphis for his brother. And that does all seem like fiction, doesn't it?
And we got a close game here as we get back to the second quarter. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
For me, that defense in the first period, just tremendous shot blocking.
They have smothered every opportunity, it feels like. The other team has got to be nervous on field goal attempts.
Rudy Gay is out there with Laverne. Then there's Parker. Then there's Anderson. And it's Forbes in at the 2 guard. That's the San Antonio 5. The Nets with the lead. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
A little emphatic on the finish from DeMar Carroll. Go ahead with the rim shaker.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Net shooting at 48% from the floor. Looking good.
And Tony Parker in his prime, one of the best slashing point guards this league has ever seen. Just an outstanding finisher amidst the tall players. And one season, how about he almost led the league in points in the paint, a surefire Hall of Famer.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, the Spurs have never been the flashy team in the NBA. Tony Parker said beautiful basketball is playing the right way. Ball movement, pure, beautiful basketball is the way we've played. You have all sorts of fans, and there should be something for everybody. Kevin, he told me a long time ago, if we were in New York, people would love us.
And during Popovich's time in San Antonio, the Spurs have always played together, D.A. Got to respect their team-first approach to the game. And a bit of a down year for Tony Parker in 2017. His lowest three-point percentage in 5 years, lowest free throw percentage in 9.
Yeah, I mean, you'd like to see him hitting threes at a higher clip. The previous couple seasons, he shot it up over 40%, and a great way, I think, to boost his offense, even though he has slowed down a bit.
Slammed home, and they call the foul. He's headed to the stripe for one more.
You call that power basketball by Hollis Jefferson. He's willing to go right through the foul.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
76% on the season from the foul line.
So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Pau Gasol is checked in for Laverne. Aldridge comes in for Rudy Gay. Leonard, he's checked in for Anderson. And Murray's subbed in for Parker. On the free throw, no good. Or something that's become popular, debating whether a player is a star or a superstar. To you, what's the major difference between those two thoughts?
To me, the biggest difference between star and superstar are those guys who are willing to absorb the label on a night-by-night basis and a moment-by-moment basis. You can't disappear when the stakes get high. You can't disappear on a February night in the middle of the grind pre-All-Star break. Greatness requires you to come with it every single night.
And they don't care about the conversation about them. They're bulletproof in some ways, very thick-skinned.
Very Kobe-like attribute you just referenced.
Very good comparison. And Kawhi Leonard, the only player other than Michael Jordan and Hakeem Olajuwon to be an all-star starter. Greg win the Defensive Player of the Year and win a Finals MVP award.
And Kevin, I think it's fair to say that's some lofty company to be in.
Take a break.
You know, you're worried with the retirement of Tim Duncan. Would the Spurs go through a lull? And they found another two-way superstar to kind of build their team around, much in the same in terms of mannerisms as a Tim Duncan.
He misses the free throw.
And how about the evolution of Leonard's game over time, from role player to full-fledged star, a dynamite also defensively.
And the Spurs making a change here. Green's checked in. Alan Crabb, he's checked in for Brooklyn. And they now lead as the free throw drops for him. The Nets have gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. Lynn the pass to Crabbe. Picked by Okafor. Back to Lynn. Pass to Crabbe. Clock at 6. Leonard brings the double team. Mozgov kicks to Lynn. Over Murray. And the shot no good. A bit short. The Spurs have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. Here's Aldridge. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's on Jahlil Okafor.
And LaMarcus Aldridge really possesses tremendous shooting touch when you consider this guy's basically a 7-footer, and he's increasing that range. Last season, up over 40% from 3.
Two shots.
First one falls for him. And Aldridge doesn't shoot a ton of threes, yet he still earns his keep in that mid-range.
Yeah, on that left block, back to the basket, and with his size, that turnaround, Jay, is just about unstoppable.
And he can't hit the second. Brooklyn trailing. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's Mozgov. And the Nets miss again. And San Antonio shooting around 43% from the floor in the second quarter. And that one's good. Green.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need the basket.
Okafor dishes to Crabbe. Lynn a screen on Leonard. Crabbe kicks to Mozgov. Another miss by Mozgov.
An obvious blunder by the defense that they get away with. Somebody's supposed to be checking him.
Murray, good.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Now Lynn. He picked up 15 points in their last win against Indiana.
Yeah, I was also struck by how well he shared the basketball. He created a lot of easy buckets with that passing ability.
Okafor. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. San Antonio leading by 6. Some firepower from this offense tonight.
Yeah, they got a nice groove going right now offensively.
And the Nets throwing big money at restricted free agents in recent years, trying to add talent any way they can.
Well, and sometimes being willing to overpay if they have to. With no high draft picks walking through that door, they've got to exploit every opportunity to improve this roster.
Two shots.
No good on that one. Of course, what an honor. Inducted into your college's Hall of Fame, something not many of us can say. What does that kind of honor do for the confidence for you personally going forward?
You know what, Providence College is a place that means a great deal to me. So what that Hall of Fame induction did was just remind me of all the special memories that I shared with my teammates. I'm close with many of them today. And Kevin, you know this, if you've ever been inside a locker room, it's those moments when you're laughing until your stomach hurts. I'd say we were the Hall of Fame fun team. That's what I'd say.
I think we're on the fun team here on 2K. He dishes it to Crabbe. Shot to stop the run. He doesn't hit that one. Great that time from Leonard. Green against Russell. Gasol. And finished off by Gasol.
Oh, fruitful possession, just doing what they can to extend the lead.
Well, this is a perfect example of how you want to run your offense. Disciplined but determined. Nice possession, Greg.
Then the pass to Okafor. Here's Mozgov, and Mozgov throws it down.
Mozgov just never gives up on the glass, right? He knows how to snatch boards and come up with the easy buckets.
Aldridge a screen. From deep, Green. Rebound, Brooklyn.
Yeah, you love the solid screen, but what you hate is just the inability to finish.
You know, that's okay, I think. Even though they miss, they still have to be happy with the shot selection.
Here's Crabbe, and the rejection by Leonard.
And a sensational individual defender. Leonard will lock you down. Rejections are just part of the package he brings on the defensive end.
Russell, no luck. There's the lob to Aldridge, and it's out of bounds, and they say it was last touched by Leonard.
Well, just loses his head for a moment. That's not overthinking. That's just not thinking.
Nets trail by 7. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Mozgov dishes to Crabbe. Lynn sets the pick for Okafor. Over Aldridge. Mozgov. Rebound San Antonio. Gasol's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. That one goes in. Leonard's got the lead up to 9 now for the Spurs.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Net shooting about 33%. Not happy with their play on that end. Russell kicks to Okafor. There's a good screen. And Crabbe now atop the key. The pick gave him all the room he needed, and he knocks down the J. Crabbe's got his second basket of the night. And here is Murray. He has 5. And there's the pass to Aldridge. Over in the corner, Gasol. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good.
Well, the struggles from the field continue for this guy. The way it's going, he shouldn't be more than a secondary option for them at this point.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
Brooklyn shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight.
Yeah, looking over their percentage on the season, I think they will be thrilled with the number in terms of their free throw percentage, 79.
The first one falls. Both free throws good for Okafor. Murray with it. The dish to Gasol. Now here's Murray. Guarded closely. Mozgov with the steal. Here's Russell. The basket good off the assist from Lynn. Lynn's got 3 assists in the game. Here's Murray. He has 5. Outside Leonard. Outside Aldridge. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Got a hand on it, but they get it back. Another shot, and it's Leonard again missing.
Tremendous defense. Boy, they're putting an emphasis on not giving him a clean look inside.
Here's Lynn. That shot off the mark. And San Antonio will go the other way with it. Next step for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand. Nets trail by 3. The 19-foot shot. Leonard with the steal. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. While we're in this quick break, and onto the small forward position and the hottest shooters among them over the last month. Kawhi Leonard on top.
Obviously, looking at those numbers, he hasn't just been settling for outside shots. He works very hard to get a lot of high-quality looks in close.
Yeah, I mean, he is just as effective from any range. You're right. I mean, he's at the absolute top of that list because of the work he does to beat his man to the rim and finish at the bucket.
Free throw good, Murray. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Laverne, he's checked in for Gasol. Gay comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. Kyle Anderson, he's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. And Tony Parker is subbed in for Green. A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. Allen's checked in for Mozgov. Damari Carroll comes in for Okafor. Levert's checked in for D'Angelo Russell. And Spencer Dinwiddie subbed in for Jeremy Lin. And so Murray nails both of them. Here's Dinwiddie. He feeds it to Crabbe. Allen, a screen on Anderson. Crabbe tries yet again. Thistle on the play. Bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
And how about the effort and determination on the offensive glass there with the putback? Great hustle on the backboard.
The Nets have gone 5 of 7 from the free throw line in the game. And the Spurs making a change here. Forbes checked in. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Andre Hollis Jefferson, he's checked in for Crabbe. San Antonio's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second.
I think, you look back on some of the point guards who have become head coaches in the NBA. Kenny Atkinson of the Nets, one of those guys, led the University of Richmond to the Sweet 16 back in 1988.
Dinwiddie passes to Hollis Jefferson. There's a screen. It's Carroll on the wing. The 11-footer will not go. This is off the front iron.
He's fighting it in this quarter. Hasn't been able to get into any sort of groove.
And Coach Atkinson never played in the NBA, but a long professional playing career.
Well, he played for over a decade in Europe. And certainly, Kev, there's more than one way to succeed in basketball. And now he's gaining a reputation as being a solid NBA coach early in his career. I can't wait to see what's next.
Parker kicks to Gay. And it's good on the assist by Parker. 7 points for Gay.
Extraordinary work from Parker to find his teammate for the open basket. His passing is just phenomenal.
1:36 left to play here in the half. Here's Dinwiddie. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Now here's Parker. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Kings in Sacramento. Anderson dishes to Gay. Doesn't go for him.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Parker with the steal. In transition, here comes San Antonio. Shots good by Laverne.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Dinwiddie passes to Hollis Jefferson. There's a screen. It's Carroll on the wing. From deep. The rebound by the Spurs. Gay's got 4 rebounds now tonight, and that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession.
They got very fortunate there, guys. They should just take their time on offense and not try to force things.
There's 42 seconds left in the first half of the game. Parker kicks to Anderson. Dishes to Gay. It's Anderson with the drive. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And there's the call. Brooklyn the foul. He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the game right here.
And when he's gotten himself to the line this season, he's come through right around 74% of the time.
Shooting 2.
Free throw, good, Anderson. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Here's Allen. Rebound, San Antonio. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Here's Forbes. It's deflected.
Well, that's about the long reach of Karis LeVert on the defensive end, swatting away an opportunity.
Over to the left wing. Here's Dinwiddie. Off target from the baseline.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
And so it's the San Antonio Spurs with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. Well, they trailed by a bunch, but once they got going, the comeback was on. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Kawhi, you have grown so much offensively throughout your career. What's the focus of that end of the floor?
You know, just knocking down open shots, my ball handling, making good decisions off the pick and roll, and just try to limit my turnovers.
And you've done well so far, Kawhi. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, y'all. Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny the Jet. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. The story early on was Kawhi Leonard, who was on fire. He had 11 points, 6 rebounds, and 1 block. Kenny, what was your take on San Antonio?
Well, their ball movement was phenomenal. Now, they're in good position to win this game, large in part because of those assists. And this is the thing, Ernie. When you win as a team, you feel better about everything that happens.
And over to Shaq. What do you think about Brooklyn?
Reminds me of me at the free throw line. They had a rough half of shooting, under 35%. Some of that was great defense, but a lot of it was poor shot selection. They've got to revise the game plan, get guys open for higher quality looks. And the shooters need to go out and execute. Man, come on.
That's it for halftime. Glad you could join us, as now we send you back to the action for the start of the third quarter.
A grand view of the well-attended Alamo on a beautiful night as we welcome you back to San Antonio. It is definitely worth the visit. Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third. Nets trail by 6. Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. Lynn and Russell are in the backcourt. Jahlil Okafor is out there with Crabbe. And it's Mozgov in at the 5, down low. 6 on the shot clock. Alley-oop try. That's tipped. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Outside Leonard. He kicks it to Murray. Gasol, a screen on Lynn. Murray dishes to Gasol and finished off by Gasol.
And it's really smart to get Gasol moving in these pick and roll plays. He's not only an amazing passer, but a terrific scorer as well.
Lynn the pass to Mozgov. Back to Lynn. Lays it up off the glass.
Absolutely fearless. I mean, a nice subtle adjustment there going up against Wentz.
And to me, that's all about the body control, right, Greg? I mean, he does such a stellar job sizing up his man and drains it despite having the size on him.
It's tipped. Now here's Crab. He's covered by Leonard. Crab kicks to Mozgov. Back to Crab. Elbow shot is on the way. They get it back. Okafor gets the bucket.
Important point there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Down low. Okafor grabs the miss. Nets trail by 4. Outside Russell. There's Lynn with the 3. Rebound San Antonio. Leonard's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Aldridge. And he converts the layup. Aldridge has got 8.
Almost an impossible shot to block in the post. The defender can't give up that much of a height advantage and expect to contest it.
Lynn kicks to Okafor. And it's sent back by Aldridge. Picked by Okafor. Here's Lynn. And he overshot that one, missing. Spurs leading by 6.
And going into last season, Jeremy Lin signed with the Nets for that 3-year deal and close to $36 million, and excited to make his return to really the birthplace of Linsanity. Unfortunately, the hamstring injuries cost him a huge chunk of that season.
And Greg, Jeremy Lin described last season as a year of my prime down the drain. I mean, it had to be demoralizing.
Yeah, especially after bouncing around for a few years. He thought he'd found a chance to start and a chance to lead, and instead he found himself in dress casual on the bench.
That free throw good from Gasol.
And Pau Gasol, one of the most skilled 7-footers this league has ever seen. Whether it's the low post, high post, flaring off picks, you want the ball in his hands.
Russell dishes to Lynn. Okafor sets the pick for Lynn. That shot off the mark.
You know, they're trying to battle back, but he's missing shots this period.
Leonard, that's for 2. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Timeout. And Pau Gasol, a very good perimeter shooter, starting to stretch his range out beyond that 3-point arc.
Yeah, his face-up game is becoming more and more prominent. Working from that elbow, he's become more of a triple threat. He can shoot it, drive it, and pass at a high level.
And a look here at the shot chart for Lynn.
And looking at this shot chart, you can't help but feel that this entire team has played passively on offense. There has been little to nothing going on at the rim or in the paint for that matter. And when you don't attack the defense and put pressure on them down low, you are making life far too easy on them.
And they double up Russell. Grab the pass to Lynn. Kicks it to Mozgov. They need this. Good. He hits the jump shot. Mozgov's got 8 points.
Well, we know this. Jeremy Lin knows how to run an offense. His ability to find the open man uncanny.
Up off the screen, and the dunk by Aldridge.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
Yeah, they may have gotten the feeling he would dish it off, but he had a surprise for them.
Here's Russell, and the rebound goes to Pau Gasol. Gasol's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. Murray kicks to Aldridge, and it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way.
And a moment now to check out the numbers for Green. He's around 10 points per game, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. And those numbers, solid, not spectacular, and sometimes what you see is what you get.
There's no doubt. This is a guy who understands his role, knows he's got to give you quality minutes, and that's what they expect from him.
Well, it seems like it's been a while since the breakthrough of Linsanity, but Jeremy Lin is still breaking down walls for Asian and Asian American athletes. This guy has shattered stereotypes and inspired many to follow in his path.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Woo shots.
First free throw is good. And Doris, Jeremy Lin has been honest. In the past, he says that some have doubted him.
And I think that's always been the case for Jeremy Lin. Go back to his high school days. For Palo Alto High School, he wins a California State title. He's first team All-State, and yet he did not have a ton of Division I scholarship offers. It's surprising when you think about the level of competition he faced as a young basketball player.
Both free throws good from Lin.
Well, Kevin, how about the Harvard grad, Jeremy Lin? How far has this guy come from nearly out of the NBA at one point to viable NBA starter? Incredible.
Green with the ball. He's picked up by Russell. And it's Leonard missing.
And he's just a tough defender. Good positioning to get after that shot.
Right, perfect contest in that instance, Greg, making it really hard on the shooter to have any kind of space at all.
To the inside, Okafor with the steal. Outside, Lin. Now Russell. And he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on Timothy Mozgov. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Spurs leading by 9. Aldridge a screen. Murray kicks to Green. Feeds to Aldridge. Here's Murray. Here's Gasol. And Okafor with the block. Russell against Green. Crab from long range. It's rebounded by Aldridge.
I'd say that's been the story of this guy's night. He can't get anything to fall.
Murray dishes to Leonard. Over Crab. And it's Leonard missing. Nets trail by 9. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill. And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
And there's the feed to Green. Over Russell. And it's Green missing.
If he were shooting a bit better tonight, they'd be much further ahead in the scoreboard.
Got a piece of it. Leonard with the steal. Here's Gasol. Mozgov grabs the board. Mozgov's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Rudy Gay's checked in for the Spurs. Parker comes in for Murray. And a new group in for the Nets. Allen's checked in for Mozgov. Damari Carroll comes in for Allen Crabbe. LeVert's checked in for D'Angelo Russell. And Spencer Dinwiddie subbed in for Jeremy Lin. And it's Okafor at the elbow. And it's sent back by Aldridge. Parker passes to Leonard. Excellent D there from Allen.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Pass to LeVert. Back to Carroll. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Dinwiddie, and he didn't get quite enough under that one.
I'll tell you, he's had a tough night, and if you're going to shake out of a slump, he is not going to do it with those kinds of shots.
And that's trail by 9. Pass to Okafor. Here's LeVert, guarded by Green. Here's LeVert. Taking a look at the scoring numbers, right now he averages about 9 points a game. Count that bucket. 8 points for Jahlil Okafor.
Nice touch there near the hoop.
They need this one. Parker's shot is off.
Yeah, good interior D there. Prevents the deuce.
Well, if he wasn't there, that shot's going in. Love the effort on the defensive end.
Both teams will make substitutions. Here's LeVert. Here's Dinwiddie. And the Nets miss again. San Antonio leading by 7. Gay drives in. And the bucket counts. 3-point chance here.
And Gay isn't easy to tie up, using his length and muscle to kind of power through the defense. And when you watch Rudy Gay out there on the court, you see just why he's always been a solid scorer in our league. I mean, any situation, any type of offense, he can find a way to get points, and really one of the more underrated players we have in our league.
And free throw good from Gay. And with Rudy Gay, scoring, Greg, has never been a problem for him. Has pretty much had the same level of production his entire career.
Yeah, and if you say that about some players, it's considered an insult, but it's a good thing for Gay. Usually we'll shoot in the mid-40s for this field goal percentage, and solid at that small forward position. Also a great ISO game. Yeah, it looked like they tried to shoot their way out of the slump, and that didn't work. They got to go back and regroup.
Yeah, maybe a new approach, because what they're doing is not working. You're going to have to alter some things on the offensive end.
Nets trail by 10. Dinwiddie kicks to Allen. There's Dinwiddie, covered by Parker. Laverne with the steal. Allen, that's good.
Oh, my goodness. That is how to attack the rim. Don't give the defense time to react. That's beautiful.
And here is Parker. Gay outside. Back to Parker. Makes it off the glass.
And Parker just super efficient at shooting from inside the paint with shots like that one.
Here's LeVert. Carroll dishes to Allen. They set the pick. Dinwiddie passes to Allen. San Antonio with the rebound. Anderson's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Passes to Parker. Spurs working the ball around now. Anderson kicks to Forbes. Can't cash in on the 10-foot jumper.
Well, you see the struggles he's having getting anything to go.
Yeah, I mean, he's obviously cold right now, but he's trying to find that rhythm. You've got to keep working.
Hollis Jefferson, good.
Well, I'll tell you, excellent job from Hollis Jefferson. This guy's so skilled at getting terrific position down low.
Parker kicks to Gay. Back to Parker. Allen against Gay. Shot clock at 5. Over Allen. Here's Laverne. Out to Parker. From the arc. Laverne dishes to Gay. Goes up again. And Allen with the block. And he's able to get it back. Anderson wide open. No good. Not a friendly rim at all this trip down. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. It's good, and the San Antonio lead is cut down to just 6 points, and the bucket from Hollis Jefferson.
Yeah, sprinting end to end, but under control. That's the key.
No, exactly right, Greg. You can't go too fast. He pulled that off in brilliant fashion.
Anderson the screen. Up and in on the layup. And the Spurs lead by 8.
A physical basketball there, and in the best sense. A hard screen allows him to shake the defender and get to the bucket for the layup.
There's a good screen. Allen, a screen on Parker. Here's Dinwiddie. A rebound by the Spurs. Laverne's got 6 rebounds in the game. And Jamari Carroll is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D. .115 left here in the 3rd quarter.
blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
Wow, fantastic to see Hollis Jefferson hit it twice on the pipes. Extends out and sends it back.
LeVert the pass to Hollis Jefferson. There's the screen. He dishes it to Carroll. There's the pass to Dinwiddie. To the inside. 6 to shoot. And they will get the basket here, folks, as they rule goaltending.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
Parker with it. Anderson the screen. Parker up top. Oh, that's offensive interference. Nets trail by 8. 23 seconds left in the third. Pass to LeVert. Fires it up. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. LeVert's got his second bucket tonight.
Moving it around. 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
There's the screen. It's Parker outside. Offensive rebound, Spurs.
And that's a nice job on the offensive glass, so that'll let them work the clock even more.
I'll tell you, this guy does some tough work on the glass, battles as hard as anybody for those second chance opportunities. Well, he just gets ahead of himself and throws it away, right? You've got to have better focus than that.
And so it's San Antonio holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. Back to the action after this word. And now a sneak peek into the huddle with Greg Popovich.
Activity. We've had some great shots and they're not dropping. That's okay. They're going to go in or they're not.
They wanted to keep the energy level high. I can understand that. Greg Popovich not worried about the missed shots.
As long as guys are giving it their all, coach feels they're doing what's in their control to be successful.
3 quarters in the books, folks. Glad to have you with us. Welcome back as we get going. They've got Anderson. Rudy Gay is out there with Laverne. Then it's Tony Parker. And it's Forbes in at the 2. That's the San Antonio 5.
I'll tell you, with the struggle he has had today, he probably won't be their #1 option as they look to close this game out.
And, there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup, and while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call it a foul shot or not, but sure enough they have. So he'll head to the free throw line.
One shot.
And Rondé Hollis Jefferson, a good ball handler and passer. Doris, do you play him some at the point forward, or is that asking too much?
Well, I think at this point he's probably better suited as a secondary ball handler. Putting the ball in his hands does take some pressure off of his shooting, though. And if his jump shot doesn't come around, it might be something to revisit.
And really, the defense didn't do a lot to fight around that screen on that possession.
Lynn kicks to Russell. And he's fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming up.
And you see Russell taking the hit on that shot. Great body control, potential and 1.
And for D'Angelo Russell, the former #2 overall pick in 2015 out of Ohio State. Greg, in your opinion, what makes him so special as a prospect?
I think it's all about his skill level. I mean,
one shot,
the league loves players who can handle, pass, and shoot. And he can do all 3 at an elite level. And he's not just a stationary shooter. He can hit pull-ups, a very good in-between game as well. Let's just see if he can continue his maturation process. Yeah, not many guys entering the league impact their teams this fast. Russell is an exception.
Gasol, and finished off by Gasol. And he's now got the double-double. 11 points and 16 rebounds.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. Okafor sets the pick for Lin. The dish to Okafor. Laverne grabs the miss.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Well, that's just stellar interior defense. You can't ask for anything more than that.
And count it. He'll head to the line with a chance to make it 3. So we'll see Pau Gasol at the free throw line here. That one on Mozgov.
And over the years, Gasol has proven himself to be a valuable teammate, someone guys love to be around, a guy that plays well with just about anybody.
Picked by Mozgov. Lin kicks to Mozgov. And again, it's the Nets missing. Spurs leading by 9. Green dishes to Murray. Back to Green. He feeds it to Leonard. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got his 5th assist in this one.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Russell with it. Now Green defending. Picked by Okafor. Dishes to Cram. No good. They had a chance to end the run there.
Listen, that's a look he can hit, but right now he can't throw it in the ocean.
And here's Green outside. They get it again.
And they've gotten very aggressive on the offensive glass here in the second half, getting a lot of second chance points.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the 4th. Now a timeout called by Brooklyn.
Yeah, he's got to make some adjustments here. Just too easy to score in the lane against them right now.
But Greg, no resistance, right? They're allowing them to get any kind of shot they want close. That simply can't happen.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, during that last break, I heard Kenny Atkinson talking with his team. He was not happy with their shot selection, and he let them know about it. He said, we're taking low percentage shots, guys. Space the floor, make the extra pass, and work for those shots in the flow of the offense. Stay with the plan. We'll see if they can get it going.
Thank you, David. San Antonio leading by 11. Aldridge a screen. Jumper off the screen. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Doris, for you in evaluating how good a player was over his career. You can look at analytics, statistics, whatever avenue you want to take. How important are the rings, the championships in that equation for you?
You know, I know there is some conversation that's saying if you don't have a ring, your career wasn't great. I would say this to you. Karl Malone and John Stockton are in no way diminished in terms of their Hall of Fame credentials simply because they lacked a ring. Sometimes it's the era within which you're operating. Michael Jordan was the greatest player of his generation. Some would say the greatest player of all time. I would say that Karl Malone and John Stockton, unfortunately, were at their peak, in the peak of maybe the greatest player, Michael Jordan. So in no way is someone like Patrick Ewing diminished in terms of his stature and greatness simply because the Knicks were never able to break through. I don't buy that argument.
You frame that so well. Both free throws good from Green.
impeccable from the line since halftime.
Pick by Okafor. Okafor sets the pick for Lynn over Murray. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. And it's 8 points for Lynn.
You have to enjoy watching Jeremy Lin work the pick and roll. This guy totally loses the defense with his quick decision making.
Back to Murray. Takes a three. And he's good on the three ball. And the Spurs lead by 14.
He might not have the long range ability of some other guys, but he will knock down open ones like that.
Now here's Lynn. Crab from long range. Yes! And a nice assist from Lynn.
Lined it up and knocked it down. His second triple tonight.
Now here's Murray. Not a lot of room. Outside Green. Spurs passing it around. Off the pick. And the Spurs scoring again.
Yeah, and for mid-range, Leonard's jump shot is money. It doesn't matter if it's off the dribble or catch and shoot. He never loses his touch.
Outside, Russell lets it go from deep. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Leonard kicks to Green. Feeds to Aldridge. Aldridge a screen. Here's Murray. Mozgov with the block.
Mozgov's such an effective player. His defensive presence, ability to block shots is so crucial to this team.
Kicks it to Russell. The feed to Lynn. Picked by Mozgov. And Mozgov throws it down. That gives him the double-double. 10 points and 11 rebounds.
You know, we can forget that Mozgov feels comfortable enough putting the ball on the floor to create a chance every so often.
Gasol is screen on Russell. The drive by Green. Mozgov grabs the board. Mozgov's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Pass to Leonard. Leonard draws the double. A second chance effort. Murray the pass to Aldridge. Okafor with the steal. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. And the foul called on Pau Gasol. That'll be his second foul of the game. Now Lynn. He kicks to Mozgov. Passes it to Russell. Okafor dishes to Lynn. Shot clock at 5. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. They get Pau Gasol.
Well, Jeremy Lin with the great hairdo and the clever play. How about that fantastic ability to pick up the foul?
Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Both free throws good from Lynn.
And after attempting no free throws in the first half, now he's putting the defense back on its heels.
Murray kicks to Leonard. Now here's Murray. Defended by Lynn. Back to Murray. Looking to end the drought. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got his 3rd assist on the night.
Just a little confusion among the D as to who was supposed to be on it.
Mozgov, a screen on Green. In the corner, it's Lynn. To the middle. Here's Okafor. They get it again. Mozgov with the bucket.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Now here's Murray. He's tightly guarded. Leonard, the pass to Gasol. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. Gasol's got 7 points here in this quarter.
What a turnaround in the second half. So much more accurate overall.
Lynn kicks to Crabbe. Offline with his 3. San Antonio leading by 7. Here's Murray. And it's San Antonio with another.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Here's Russell. And Okafor has it in the corner. Picked by Mozgov. Lynn dishes to Mozgov. No dice from the high post. San Antonio's gone 2 of 3 in the 4th quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. There's the pass to Gasol. Back to Murray. Shoots over Lynn. No good. Nets trail by 9. 3 on 3. Battles through traffic and lays it in.
It's really been a tale of 2 halves, guys. A slow start, but this quarter, he has really been the man.
Good looking screen by Gasol. Leonard kicks to Murray. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. And the Spurs lead by 10.
Ooh, with a player this hot, I don't see their lead going anywhere.
The net shooting in the 4th quarter has been efficient at 56%. Okafor sets the pick for Lynn. Mozgov kicks to Okafor. Rebound San Antonio. They've led by as many as 14 points.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
And the Nets with possession. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Picked by Mozgov. Okafor with the screen on Leonard. Here's Crabbe. Second chance shot. And Okafor with the layup. Great game for him. Double-double down. 10 points and 11 rebounds. Gasol, a screen on Lynn. And stolen by Crabbe. To the paint. A nice shot by Lynn. Lynn's got 12 points in just the second half.
And the D not really doing its job there. A little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint.
Leonard on the wing. He's guarded by Crabbe. Shot from the wing. Leonard with the bucket. Leonard's got 19 points.
Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
Well, you want to slow this man's roll right now if you're the defense, because you've got to make somebody else beat you. He's cooking right now.
Here's Russell. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
And just a good feel for everything around him. The mid-range area, comfortable spot for Russell.
Good looking screen by Gasol. Murray the pass to Aldridge. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Aldridge. Tony Parker's checked in for the Spurs. Nets trail by 6. 1:10 left in the 4th quarter. Picked by Mozgov. Here's Russell with the 3. It's rebounded by Aldridge.
You know, the ill-advised threes isn't how you want to close the gap. You've got to have better shot selection. And I bet you'll never see too many guys who can put forth an effort on the boards like this one.
Yeah, his production has been unbelievable. Really a testament to how much he cares about his craft.
Pass to Green. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. And the Spurs lead by 8.
It feels like that one could be the dagger. Not enough time to completely erase this deficit.
Well, Greg, it's going to be tough, that's for sure. A shot like that has to devastate the other team.
Timeout called the Nets. They're behind by 8. There's 39 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And now we've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, Kawhi Leonard.
And the way he's made his mark with his work inside, he's just been a slasher tonight. Always moving, getting to the basket at will, and just seemingly taking advantage of a D that was reluctant to get in his way.
What a connection he has to these fans. They love him here. And the more he has games like this, the deeper that connection gets. Here is Russell. High arcing shot. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
And just loving the attack mode here for Russell. Off the drive there, he draws the foul.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
And no good as the first free throw, missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. So he comes up empty at the line. Leonard against Russell. And here's Leonard. Outside, Green. Back to Leonard. Puts up a 3. And it's Leonard again missing. And the Nets with possession here. 8-point game. Crabbe kicks to Russell. Again, Russell missing. Leonard with the ball. And so it's San Antonio with the win. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. And once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Danny, a strong defensive effort both individually and team. Now, how comfortable are you at that end of the floor now, knowing that you can make things tough on the opposition?
Well, we want to make them take tough shots. We're not comfortable at any point defensively, but we got to continue to be active and be aggressive and get our hands on loose balls.
Been the mark of the Spurs for a long time, Danny. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you later.